trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get yourself esteem. Then she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz. What this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly. They been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, better get a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me.
We are in a sweet spot as far as football weather is concerned today in Nashville. Just enough chill in the air for a sweatshirt, light breeze, fall in full swing at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking a field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So
pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Led the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw we'd like to have back. Now 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Our game here featuring the top 2 running backs in the NFL last year in terms of yardage. And Derrick Henry on the carry there. He was the NFL leader at 1,540. But if you remember, Nick Chubb, he thought he was going to win the title on the final day, but wound up settling for 2nd, just 46 yards behind Henry. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
By Denzel Ward.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game. Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a 1st down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Smith catches left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Tannehill. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's about how teams are so competitive. Want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Browns drive about to get started. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start with a give to Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Ball carrier.
Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
7 yards there and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Tannehill with a throw caught by Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 21 yards. And it'll move the chains. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Titans 3, Browns nothing.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Scrimmage. No gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 19-yard line.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Mayfield on play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Over the middle to Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Tannehill getting it out quickly to Brown. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff. And send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down.
Mayfield off the play fake. This pass complete to Higgins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Austin Hooper.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That's another.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Again, it's Henry. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Henry again, the ball.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a play fake here on 1st down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned the block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Taken down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
That's the end.
Back now in Nashville, it's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins, but it'll be 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
And the Browns first down.
First down, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Derrick Henry, the ball.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On the carry.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He finds Humphreys. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 21 yards there on third down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they take a knee.
Tannehill on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And they will take a knee here.
Tannehill on the keeper. A loss of a yard.
2 running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here we go. 20. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit. Mike 51. Mike 51. Push him back. Push him back.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Tennessee, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.